Yeah, I just wanted to come on because I'm watching some jackasses on YouTube known as Ben Shapiro and some guy that I forget. He has the weaselly voice who literally says that what he doesn't like about Trump is that he doesn't have a filter. Okay, cool. Now he's going to support Biden. He like is so clueless, dude. You're so clueless. Oh God, how embarrassing. So embarrassing. He's like, it's like watching as if he's not existing in life right now. I mean, I think he's a nice guy. I just think he's completely brainwashed. And his wife is a money mongrel as well, just to let you know. Most of your wives are, actually. And most of them hate me, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck what your dumbass wife has to say about me. Because I don't have a filter either. And you guys don't like filters because you don't have the ability to communicate, which is why Trump and I have had to speak like this. He's the only one that stood up for us in a time of war. However, you aren't willing to talk smack about a man who is literally wearing diapers and can barely speak 2 sentences. He's not alive. Anyway, we're talking business plans here. Let's go back. This is part 2 of our business plan operation. We were talking about, we were actually dissecting a little bit about the VaynerMedia business plan potentials as an opportunity for them to diversify their ability to create relationships with banks. Meaning when you're talking about a bigger business, it gets a little more complicated on what you want to present. However, the way that I laid it out makes perfect sense. Not only that, you're able to speed up. So what would we discuss? A general plan from in the beginning. Then you break up each individual section. And then you talk about the name, the definite purpose. You describe the product, the service of the product, the market of the people. You choose 3 ideals, the actions that you are taking, the social media, etc. Then you do bullet points of what's working and what's not working. And then you could at the bottom list the profits. And then I guess you could put potential losses. I don't know, whatever. Growth. Hold on, do we need a section on growth? I feel like that should be individualistic in a mini paragraph. Like 4 sentences. Cut the fat. Literally, I want to open up 17, I want to open up 50 fly fish locations. Goal. I want my banker not to go home at night. I want him to enjoy his family. That's that. Direct. No or yes. The answer is yes. It's like, damn. Whatever. Do not include any well-known individuals in your business plan. Well, because I'm Gary Vaynerchuk. Well, let's see. Your name is VaynerMedia, Vayner Sports. We know you're all about empathy wine. Da, 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 da. No, the business is its own entity. You're going to look in the numbers, people. It literally needs to have your numbers, people. It's already been created, sectioned out into each compartment of whatever y'all do for the money part. And then section out the cost of each empathy. Da, 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 da. How much does each bottle cost? How much does a case cost? Da, 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 da. Whatever y'all do with the money stuff. Okay. The money plans work best in the following situations: when you're applying for a bank loan. Ta-da! You're well known. You're starting a lifestyle business. You want to gauge your investors' interest. Speed is of the essence. Oh my gosh, so we laid it out there for you, didn't we? The full business plan is usually 30 to 50 page document with 10 to 30 pages of supporting documentation. Detail, but concise. Understand the business and assess the business, but not so much as to be unwieldy. Basic business questions, yet also be flexible. You didn't put page numbers, you got criticized. Let's not give them a loan because they didn't put page numbers. It's like, you need to keep your, like, what happens if you go in the street and the wind blows? And it blows and you missed page 12. It's like, shit, page 12 has really important information on it. And I'm missing page 12. Oh, shit. Didn't get the loan because you didn't have page numbers. You're like seasoned in putting page numbers, so I don't know why this is a problem for you. Let's see. The format allows people express as founders to provide. Oh God, I can't understand him. This guy, well, the good Ben Shapiro dude doesn't understand a lot. He's like alien, total alien. Meaning, I'm like reading this as that's me and David are really like this, and Ben's guest or whoever that guy is not understanding this sentence. The format allows people, expresses, founders to provide examples for their points. Oh, so this dude is all about looks. So he's all about how things look. He's actually a demonstration of societal norms, and people only care. Actually, this is really good. They only care about how everything looks. That's why we are in the mess we're in. I better turn this music off because I don't want the volume of my YouTube page to get disappeared. The full business plan works best in these situations. You want to explore and explain the business's key issues fully. Dates. That's actually more for internal structurizing, I think. That's actually a second phase of the bank, I would say. So if you want more than 500,000, looking for a strategic partner, seeking a substantial amount of financing. Yeah, I guess so, but that's also more along the lines of for the team to see where the money's going. Yeah, if you're like a strategic partner, you want to be in on the plan. So oftentimes, if the person's not up to what you're up to, it's cool to keep them in the dark, which is kind of a lot of what I did in the beginning of this, because you guys couldn't handle it. That's what my business partner did to me. But I was not certain. I wasn't. It's like what I did with my assistant. I also wanted to see what she was up to, if she was going to do the job. So that's again going back to not wanting people to know the strategy. I mean, you don't want people to be a mooch. However, if you find the right strategic business partner, you want to develop, you can even have the strategic business partner assist you in creating the extensive business plan. More bullet points with dates and actions. So it's more like an action plan. So it's like, on these dates, it's like the calendar system. You could actually, this is the calendar system. The calendar system is looking through the whole year and then seeing January, what availability, calls, emails, all done on, should have already been done by now. And then have everything set up on a calendar. And then the profit potentials based on what you charge for your services. And then you could utilize products in there, like VeeFriends products. I forgot about VeeFriends. Also in the extended business plan, meaning there's actually a sub business plan with products. So it's literally built, I don't know if you can see it, building the calendar to the product in the production. How many people are going to show up? You set the numbers. How many people are going to show up? 700. Out of those 700, 500 will purchase da-da-da-da. We're guesstimating, whatever, I don't know. You base it on the year prior. We're advancing. How much percentage are you advancing? It's really easy. And then it's an annual process. So each year, all you have to do is change the numbers and then do some mild modifications. And this is for the growth business. Then we have mapping. I don't even want to share this with you because I don't think you deserve it. Let's say that we have Toys R Us. They have Macy's. They're opening up new stores. Not as, this is something to add in addition. So this is like a hypothetical. We also have, there's an old store called KB Toys. Disney. Who are the people that are not involved in VeeFriends that you want to get involved in VeeFriends? Islands of Adventure. They don't really have characters at Islands of Adventure except for what? Superheroes. So you literally could do it like this actually. So that's Universal Studios. We aren't going to be saying unlikely that Disney won't be interested, just to let you know. We're just going to ask them. But Disney has MGM. They have Disney Resort. They have, what else do they have? The Animal Kingdom. They have the water parks. You would separate them all out. Boom, 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 boom. That's your potential future to live into of places to go. Then we've got Universal. I forget what Universal also has. You could also take it to another level and say within Islands of Adventure, they've got the Harry Potter section. They've got the superhero section. They've got this section. They've got this section and this section. All places to take a look at on which character would be a great asset to create family enjoyment upon their adventures. With the future to live into, that VeeFriends has its own section of roller coasters or kids rides. And how amazing would that be? Looking. Then you would take a look at other areas for adults. Because we're also, the thing about VeeFriends is that it's an adult. It's all ages, by the way. And I only say that sarcastically about that cutie pie little lady who got really excited about, I was not talking about her, by the way. Just to let her know. But what it brought up for me is other people have children who don't give their children the opportunity to play with a VeeFriend because they think it'll be worth money in the future. If that's the case, you buy two. VeeFriends is an opportunity for all ages to be kids again, yes. But in order for it to be valuable in Childland, it has to be loved by children. Otherwise, it's the weirdo sports card collector. No offense. I have sports cards under my bed right now. So anyway, those are introductions of seed planting for the future, created off your business plan that you would send them, likely. Now, in that business plan, what would you say to them? How would adding VeeFriends into their industry assist them with their industry? What would it look like for Disney to collaborate with a new character? You might actually get movies made from the VeeFriends from Disney, because Disney makes some good movies. They have some really great creators. So does Islands of Adventure. Islands of Adventure has an opportunity to grow in their Harry Potter section in the sense of Magic Land. What else do I want to say about that? It's like advancement in fun, not money. Money comes with fun. Let's see. it's a process of exercise, meaning if they say no, it's your process of learning to get the yes. Count on a no to eventually get the yes. Oh yeah, the mapping is for adults. So you can even do, you're gonna do two maps. How would the adults, what locations would adults like jackets? It's like a lot. You gotta have an adult, like how cute it would be to have a dad with an alert ape jacket and their baby son with an alert ape jacket. Do you know how cute it would be for a baby to have a cute little Oakley pair of pink practical peacock glasses and mom has the same? I mean, that was super cute. Those glasses are trash heap glasses, just to let you know. I literally have shown you everything that's possible for this company, and you're literally stealing all of it. Now, it's important to know that you would dissect all of the products. You have to dissect the products. The plush toys, empathy wine, and then you can diverse out where the product would be the map. That's who you contact in an email or a phone call. That's how you grow VeeFriends into the Disney. However, you will not do it with Hobitch on your side. And that's their way of growing VeeFriends. An unrealistic world of people at the top continuing to be at the top, Gary Vaynerchuk. How do I look? How do I look? Oh, VeeFriends, how do I look? So you basically lost a whole year of pushing through to potentials. Good job. I'm sure she'll enjoy all the money that I created for you. Here is an example of let's see. Hold on. Here's an example of units versus sales in smaller companies. $350 million. And here is table of contents, noting that they do not have page numbers. Bad job. Just kidding. And it doesn't have to be 10 pages, by the way. If you're like first starting out and it's a really small business, remember, this doesn't have to be in anybody else's hands but yours. The earlier in the process that the business plan is written, the simpler the process becomes, because you have the foundation piece and then you evolve it as it grows. So you should already have a business plan, although you probably need to rewrite it. Everyone says it's a painful job. But that's the energy that comes from people from the past who said it was a painful situation. The way that I just reported it to you is quite easy. And really enjoyable. It's not a big deal. I feel like you already got it written. Let's see. The earlier in the company's history the plan is written, the simpler the actual plan is. And then the plan's purpose helps shape the content. So even everything I've said will likely will shift or not. The business plan aimed at obtaining financial for a startup will contain different information than a plan intended to guide the strategy and operations of growing a multi-million-dollar company. In the form situation, the audience and its needs are well defined. Meaning, if you really want to buy the jets, then you need to take a look at the business plan attached to buying the jets. However, if you have that hoe on your side, you ain't owning shit. You ain't gonna own shit. Your money's already been spent, yo. The first business plan is the toughest. However, what I just stated in my discussion around the business plan, it's not that hard. It usually helps to involve your management team. Absolutely, especially May. Dustin, D-Rock. He's got his demon back or some crap. I don't know. A couple of those two guys standing at the checkout line. No females, except for May. They're glory whores. It's like annoying as shit. That's why May goes and hides in her little operatory. Some of you ain't ready for it. We need a strong base. That's how you grow a company. People are willing to do the work. Possibly the little black lady. Little black lady, come into the room. I feel bad energy, but that's jealousy likely. I'm not really sure. Settling key startup issues first for you will actually be getting rid of the fat. And I don't mean fat as in size-wise. I mean fat as in slumlords. Anyone who likes her. Anyone who does what she does. Anyone who takes her advice. Anyone who looks at fancy things. Any COCK, you know whaters. And I don't mean gay. I mean the kind of guy who thinks he's better than. Any BLM member. Gone. And you do you. Okay, let's see. My battery's dying, so I'm not sure how long this will last. So example is this one company issues this is an example for you to take a look. An airplane was not being utilized very much, and they had 10 planes for acquisition, which means for sale. And so they bought them for a good price. So it's something to be on the lookout for, apparently. They ended up within 3 months, it went up to 14 planes. That's how busy they were. And then they had 17 planes. And then they were able to raise $250,000 of venture capital money. But the source of the money, not a lot of money, but the source of the money, where it came from, had credibility. And the credibility made it possible, an initial public offering in November that raised $23.5 million. And the rest is history. So consider that every pathway has a path. Setting the mission and the philosophy, we would closet ourselves for 2 days at a time. We did this 4 times during a 3-month period. At the end of 8 days, the company had a plan that was good for a year. So that's what you have to do in January. Although you should have already done it. Your schedule should have already been done by now. That way you can all schedule your vacations, your travel. Everybody, it's literally like it's a well-oiled machine. Whoever makes Gary's travel should already have the travel arrangements for January and February. It saves money. It's called sticking to the schedule. Being on time, which is your #1 problem of why you're never going to buy the jets. One guy can write the mission in 10 minutes, he knows, but to get everyone committed to the same thing, it takes about a half a day. Training days scheduled. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. Maybe we take 1 a month and spend 4 hours on Saturday looking at the 12 and a half agreements. 4 hours. It might even be that 4 hours consist of going to the park and walking our feet in the grass. Paid. And you get lunch. Catered by somewhere. And you get interested. First time will be mission and philosophies. The goal is not to have a lot of turnover. We identify our weaknesses, so it's not going to be easy. Tedious and awesome at the same time. But you must take a look at what your weaknesses are. It's really not that painful. It's like, oh yeah, I do have a weakness in that. Oh. So? I don't give a shit. Enough is enough. I don't give a fuck. That isn't even a fucking weakness. Thank you very much. My weakness is that my lips are dry. Not being able to read books is not a weakness. Not being vulnerable is a weakness. Not standing up for what's right is a weakness. Not speaking your truth is a weakness. My weakness actually is organization. That's a weakness. I told him that my people wouldn't be afraid to say something in my presence, and that's true. You'll probably say too much. Ooh, that's what everybody else is going to do. You want to take a look at that. What everybody else shares, you're dealing with the same thing. It's just in different physical form. We might even bring in Larry Pearson. And then I get to be part of the crew. Or others. which is really freaking cool, by the way. And then you'll naturally just be like, okay, you'll be nervous. Oh, in the beginning, oh God, what? And then it'll just be like, whatever. I ain't never nervous when I go to a level 1 or level 2. It's like, ugh, this is so much work, but I know I want to do the work. Then we would set appropriate goals for the next month. So it might actually be a whole day. Might be a Friday. So setting goals. Separate into groups. Have questions for you as a group. So we have sub-leaders. Do little exercises of role-playing. Things like that. That would actually enhance your growth. That are funny. That would actually create ease when you're talking to people on the phone and stuff. And then before you know it, all you're doing is having conversations and educating people on what this company's up to. Based on the stages of the business and the management team in place, determine who will be involved in drafting and finalizing the business plan. The lady. Set aside time for the people involved to write and discuss the business plan. And then you spend the whole day going over the business plan with everybody. Or not. Based on the complexity of your business, set a maximum length for the business plan. Here's another business plan. The number one way to create a successful business is to be customer service oriented. It should crystallize your thoughts, set priorities, provide the foundation of the full plan. That's what the executive summary should serve. Actually, I'm going to stop because my battery's about to die. Because now we're breaking down the sections of the business plan into more detailed stuff. Not sure if I want to continue. Because y'all are thieves. This is a really good book, though, isn't it? Really good job, David. It's, like, really good. This is, like, super easy. I'm like, business plan really is not very much fun, but it's like, wow, that makes so much sense. I know. And then we can communicate with our loan officer in a way that's not so uncomfortable. Okay, bye.